And
Fed Chair Jerome Powell's Q&A coming up.
Order rejected.
1:30 p.m. Central Time. We'll be piping that in live. We'll be listening to it. And
all right,
we got a little
4.5
spike.
as
Order
expected.
filled.
Yep. There you go. 4.5 coming in at 4.5, and there we get the official 4.5% forecast. 4.5, previous 4.5. Kick the can down the road. Back to you guys. Oh, and by the way, Trump
No
has been
change
speaking
in
here.
rates.
He is done speaking. I think that's where we get our jump here.
I think we could
committee
sell off
judges' risk
19,000.
of higher unemployment and higher inflation have risen. It's off the wire, hot biscuit.
All right. Keep an eye on those headlines. Again, no change in rates. Pretty much expected. CME FedWatch tool said it was 99.6% chance of no change in rates. So, as expected,
economic activity has continued to expand at a solid pace despite swings in net exporting affecting the data. I've been watching the data.
Yeah, I think we could hit 19,000.
Where's the short? That's the question.
Exactly. That's
this
what I'm
is kind of muted response so far.
We got some full porters in the chat. Lido, Triple S. They want some full porting trading here. Let's not blow opening counts just yet. Still got a couple hours left in the day. Of course, this is not financial advice. You're free to do whatever you want. But
maybe not that.
I got resistance in the ES is at 48, 57, 73. Maybe a little shorts if we spike up a bit.
Yep. Still trading sideways. We're holding to that range that we've been in, going back to, well, pretty much all day long. This is just a giant. I'm looking at a 3-minute chart here. This is just a range day so far. We haven't busted out of the range yet.
The range.
This has to be one of the calmest responses we've seen from price action to a rate decision. Maybe, everyone's been talking about, is it already baked in? Of course, the press conference is going to, we're going to see a little bit more and maybe get a little bit more volatile. But
you could be right, Jay. This could just be kind of a non-event.
You know what I mean? What it's been for all of these traditional big numbers that we've seen for the past 2 months have kind of taken a backseat to the T word. And it kind of, this is in line with that, right? Where it's okay, good. That's what we expected. What's going on with tariffs?
Well,
how long is
the key to the?
I'm sorry. How long is the hold on trading?
I'm sorry. What was the question?
Is there a trading halt for Top Step while this is going on? Or is it lifted already?
No. Nope, no trading halt.
You can trade the news event.
Anybody can be in the market. Yep.
Excellent.
No more trading around news rules. Those are a thing of the past. Those have been gone for a couple of years.
Beautiful.
Traders are free to blow their accounts at will.
It will.
Bastard.
Fire at will.
Shame on you. Go stand in the corner.
I'm leaving.
All right. Traders continue to see Fed rate cut likely by July. Short-term U.S. interest rate futures slight pair earlier losses after the Fed stands pat on the policy rate. Also, 3 traders are seeing 3 Fed rate cuts this year. All right, so.
Well, I got a feeling they'll be poking at Powell during the press conference and Q&A, trying to sift through the rhetoric for clues into what's coming.
I guarantee we'll hear from Trump.
Second half of the year. Most likely.
Didn't lower rates. Guarantee we're going to hear something from him.
You think we'll hear from him before the press conference starts or during?
I doubt it.
No,
maybe he'll walk into.
He's already kind of out there right now.
Maybe they start tweeting and talking at the same time. That would be fun.
We've got the full
in
statement
the same room at the same podium.
Not that it matters, but early market on close is $1 billion to buy. Early, but that's not going to mean anything now.
Should I read the full statement for everybody? The full statement has been released.
Might as well.
Word
There's
for
nothing
word.
going on.
Word for word, the official press release. This comes from the federalreserve.gov website. It's only 5 paragraphs.
Ladies and
Very
gentlemen,
short. How about this? I'll drop the link to it in the chat, and
there you go.
everybody can take a look.
Order
Have at
filled.
it.
So
Print
you're
it,
jumping a little
copy it,
short
put
here,
it in your
Dakota?
wallet. Ooh.
Yeah, I like shorts. From this higher time frame perspective, I do see us pulling back. I mean, maybe it's not right now. Maybe it's not this. I mean, there's a lot that's going to happen in the next 2 hours,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I'm leaning bearish. I am locked out. I locked myself out minus 3,300 today, so I'm down $6,000 this week, which is very. I don't want to say very small, but my typical updates are what, 10, 12,000 bucks.
Mm-hmm. We're right on the low of this range right now. If you were interested in playing the range, this would be the optimal time to get in on a cheap trade.
This
But it looks
market's
like
just
we're
selling
seeing some
off.
new lows. Yep.
Got a little support at 56.15, 56.05, 55.89, but short was it.
Continued selling.
Ah.
We've broken through the bottom of our range in the
There we
ES.
go.
Yeah, I
Or
would not try to
continuation
touch
lower.
the falling knife. Hey guys,
Couple
if we get
reports of traders blowing accounts in the chat. What's the level, David?
hold on one sec. Guys, if we get 50 cents on some
Order filled.
take it, that's 200%.
Are you still holding on to those SPY puts?
Yeah.
Good call
Trying
on
to get
that
rid
one.
of one at 50 cents. It's trading at 48 cents, 49 cents.
There's that
Nice trade.
overnight low in the S&P 5608, finally taking that out.
Just
Yeah,
took
we
it
sold
out.
some-
Yep.
Sold a little of those puts at 50 cents from 17. Yeah, 5606. I got 55.89 below this. We just tested the previous day low, right? We got a tiny little bounce.
Yep. 56.05, yesterday's low.
Yep.
Everything else taking a dump. Gold running north. 3401.
Okay.
Just broke the 34s here a little while ago.
All right.
Wow, that was a nice double bottom. We held the previous day low for a little trade.
Did you get in there?
No, I did not. I don't like to trade this.
Yeah.
I'm up a whopping $290 on my live account and just hanging out.
Hey, it's money's money.
There's somebody out there that
Look at
wishes
top.
they were up to 290 right now. On a day like today.
How long did you what time did you buy those options, Mr. Green?
About a half
David.
hour ago.
Oh,
not
David
at all.
Green.
Order
those
filled.
0-day options.
0 DTEs.
Nice. 0 DTEs.
Jumping
SS
on
talking
board.
about the 10-year note on the lows. Thanks, SS.
I have got the 10
I think we hit these 06s in gold. We might make a run here. 0570 best here in gold.
Got a little support at 55.90. I mean, very little. Could be a spot to try
through
a
yesterday's
little
low.
bit.
Dakota, you were talking about 19,000s in the Nasdaq. You're saying like weekly target down there somewhere?
Yes. Yeah. I'm looking at if we zoom out, right? Zooming out, we are consolidating. It only makes sense that we can possibly see a pullback to these lower 19,000. 19,000 is just a big round number. That's why I said it. Chat.
Yep.
It does be easier with bigger rounder numbers. But yeah, I definitely see a pullback. I mean, from a bigger perspective, I mean, looking for a higher low, right? That's what this market kind of needs.
Makes sense.
And head and shoulders.
Order
We just
filled.
broke the neckline of a head and shoulders pattern here on a bigger time frame, right?
What time frame are you
There's
looking at?
4 hour, 1 hour. I mean, you can take a look on May 1st. We made the shoulder. May 2nd, we basically made that head. And then yesterday, we made the right shoulder. And so we just broke that neckline of these 700s. I was looking for this to break yesterday. We didn't. And today, so far, so good. But we have Powell's speech, and that could obviously change things very, very fast. Do we get one of these candles where we just go straight down and then just reverse? Now we make daily highs. I mean, it's very well possible, but trade what's in front of us.
I got a big level at 55.54.
55.54. What's that level?
Order rejected.
What do you like about that area?
Yeah, that is my daily. That's actually our daily 15 EMA. 55.54. That's a very, very, very big level. I mean, I'll be long.
Target. Order filled.
Yeah, that's the spot.
I don't know if technically I have the keys to the house account right now. I'm sure nobody would mind if I put a trade on, but we'll wait for the right setup there.
Only thing I'm looking at right now might be a long gold. We continue to rally here. We are taking out the London session high right now, 3405, 3406.60. I'd be looking for a trade back up to 40 really, if we really get going. Trying to decide whether or not it makes sense to take it before. I am long swing trading gold, but I do like this for a futures trade as well.
Jay out here swinging it up.
Swing, baby, swing. Base hits, baby, base hits.
Swing away, swing away.
Mike, you got 92.50 and 88.50. I like that. Yeah, I'm putting out 88.50 on the buy side, guys and girls. Yes. Got a big Fibonacci down there.
88.50.
Yes.
Got some size on the.
I'm only trading the MESs. So.
You got some size on the ES book. 500 bid at 80 in the orders.
Is you, David? See, he laughs. So it is
55, 88, 50.
Guilty as charged.
Not much on the micro side. Those are on the minis you're talking about, right, Jay?
Yeah, on the minis.
Yeah.
Sitting at a 28 RSI. So
order filled.
Oversold. We got room.
Quarter, huh? You like it, huh, C-Man? Gold watch, 34 quarter area. I'm thinking if they break these 06s, we might see that.
I like 19,600s for a target. Lower 600s. That was a high back at the end of April. It's basically 600 even all the way up to 630s. There's a nice zone there.
That probably lines up with like this 5,500 also. 55.50 Dakota down there. Same thing. We go down another 120 points. Probably get close to that. I have a small bid at 88.50.
Short side, long. You don't like being short. You don't like using it. You prefer to use that as a level to get long than get short into it. Is that what you're saying?
I'd like to see us rally up to it. Some kind of resistance. Maybe 25, 31. I'd be thinking about a short if we get up to 25, 31 range.
Okay.
Just because and a lot of people always ask me that, Dave, if you have it's not really a target. I have a support level down there. And everybody always asks, well, why aren't you short? Because I'm not sure if it's going to go there. I just know if it goes there, I want to buy it. If I knew that every time I put an order out, I'd be short 50 contracts right here. But technically, it's not telling me it's a short. I mean, maybe if we break the lows, maybe.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time bouncing off a settlement price in the ES quite a bit today too. So the 25 area, the 25 price, trip back up there, might hold for a nice short.
I could tell everybody also, you don't do anything, it's okay.
Yeah,
we're gonna get more knee jerk at 2:30 till 3 o'clock, and usually tomorrow is when we can get a nice trend trade.
We got 15 more minutes till Fed Chair Powell takes the podium. Again, we're piping that in. He's going to be talking about interest rates. He's going to be talking about employment. We put out a poll earlier today. I don't remember what the poll results were. What will come out of Powell's mouth first? Will he say dual mandate? Will he say 2% inflation? And now we can add unemployment rate to that list. What will come out first? Unemployment, 2% mandate, or 2% inflation, or dual mandate? What are the odds?
Find out. Hey, Dakota.
ABC
Yeah.
poll.
After an FOMC meeting, slow markets. What usually is the? I mean, is there a lot of opportunity since the markets have cooled off a bit, or
That's a
is
great
there
question.
still a lot of anxiety and tension, just waiting for the New York Open?
This whole month and basically whole 2 months, there's been tons of opportunity. I've been trading better actually, Eddie,
Really?
in slow markets, and we've been seeing some nice consistent trades show up, and not just in slow markets. The London Open with Aaron, and then the Euro session. So overnight trading has been more. I don't know if consistency is the right word, but it's been less sporadic with less tape bombs and less headlines. So slow markets is the way to go right now, especially
There
with
you
what
go.
we've been seeing. At least
Well,
myself, right? Our own process.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, if you can, 7:30 tonight. Slow markets right back here on our YouTube channel every Monday through Thursday. And opportunity is, you've been talking about it too, and you've been seeing some good opportunity. So 7:30 tonight.
I'm not napping. I'm going to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I might be napping. You never know.
Possibly
Right.
napping. I'm still
It's
reading
not
through
letting me
some
get to lower levels.
commentary on the Fed statement that was released.
Yeah, Dakota, these 600s looks like a great target.
I know. I said I'm leaning bearish, and chat was eating me up. They learned.
Yep.
Why you follow your
Covering
own
just the
process.
buffaloes. Yeah, exactly. Especially on Fed Day. Sound off in the chat. Were you holding a position through the Fed announcement?
There's a
I
good
saw a
call.
couple people say I saw a couple people saying in the chat that they blew accounts after
I
the
hope not.
announcement.
I hope.
If you did so, add some context to your answer. What compelled you to hold a trade through the Fed announcement? Any specific
question.
Can I
reason?
pet that dog, Mom? Can I pet that dog? Can I pet that dog? No, don't. Can I pet that dog? That's what happens. Get bit by the snake. Hey, VIX up almost a little over 2 right now. 25.35 in the VIX.
VIX is always a short, not financial advice.
Yeah.
On big moves.
Thank you, K Trader.
It's a nice little bounce.
Wow,
Gonna give
gold.
you our
Gold's falling out
89.
of bed here.
Yeah, it
Never
is.
hit those 06s. Nope. And we've got a big sell-off here in gold.
Seller stepped in right at that 06, Eddie. About 200 contracts.
Really? Okay. Cool. Well, I mean, I think we would have probably saw new highs. Not
We're right back
all-time
to the middle of
highs.
the opening range in gold.
Really? Yeah. A big pullback here. Gold right now, 70% long, still holding, going, what the hell's going on? Get out of the trade. 33.99.35. Wow. Still got some room
Just
there.
out of
That's
the money.
average price for the longs.
Not bad.
$33.99. No.
It was good until a second ago.
94 is a support level. Did we
Fine.
just hit that? 94
We
was
had overnight
every trend
VWAP.
line.
We had overnight VWAP at 33.95 also. Bounced right off of it.
Well, I think if you hold that,
I mean, this is the high
Let's
of
put it
April
this way.
29th. Like that, we tested the high of April 29th. That was the last major resistance that we broke through. So, and it's basically these 680s.
you wanted to hold those 94s if you're long. The market's done a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, right. Still just waiting on statements from Powell.
So he'll bore
Coming
us
up
for
in 10
45
minutes.
Nice
Mr.
100-point
Powell, you're
sell-off
on,
in the
you're on in
Nasdaq.
10.
Order
There's
filled.
Total
also-
red flag, guys. What's up, Eddie?
No, there's also on here at 2 o'clock. Is that right? About 2 o'clock here, there will be a consumer credit. Okay, never mind. My bad. I thought it was something else here with the FOMC. Thank you, JD. Sorry about that.
No worries. Thanks, Eddie. What's the total red flag here in the in Powell's testimony or Q&A? Some people looking for 3 rate cuts by the end of the year. Some looking for 2.
Higher for longer.
Any opinions? Higher for longer.
I don't think he'll answer that
The mandate.
question.
Yeah.
Data dependent.
Higher for longer has been the theme for the last year and a half, though. Almost 2 years.
I'm going to be said I resign. It would be a real.
He just gives up.
You know, doesn't say anything. He just goes to the podium. Like, wait.
I've had enough.
Tell you. I'm proud of her.
Order
Yeah,
filled.
our way back up to the low of that range in the ES. Not trading at all. No interest in putting a position on right now, Dakota?
No, you see that little lockout symbol next to my
Order
account?
filled.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, but we still
I'm not
value
trading
your
there.
we still value your opinions.
Yeah.
I have little
Thank
orders.
you, David.
We
Thank
do.
you. And I feel valued.
Little orders out.
We have the podium up on the screen.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, let's see.
There we go. Yeah.
Once he's done
typing
talking,
it
then
in.
I'll make my
maybe we pick a
commentary.
direction.
Yeah.
Dakota, you got to try my 3-bean salad.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let me know what that is before I say yes.
You don't know what a 3-bean salad is?
I
No.
love it.
Salad with 3 different types of beans in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if
Yeah, you
it's
are
that,
piping
then sure.
gas. You're piping more gas than a herd of cattle.
I got my lunch right here.
Like
Protein.
Jay was saying earlier, this is unusual, I'll just say. We're just kind of just sitting here.
Mm-hmm.
Nice little sell-off after the announcement. That was kind of surprising because that first 3 minutes we really didn't do much, and then we sell off in the equities. But I was talking to
There's a
some
little
traders last night
knee-jerk
in class.
reaction.
Go ahead, JD.
Talking to traders. I was just going to say, little knee-jerk reaction on both sides of the market. We worked out, looking at a 5-minute chart in the ES, we worked out both sides. So, yeah, no real movement for quite a few minutes after the announcement came out. Was that selling based off a Trump comment or just in anticipation of what Powell's going to say? But as you were saying, Jay, you're talking to some traders in your trading room.
Is there anything definitively saying where this market is going right now? And I don't think so. We could probably make a guess, and I think most of the times we do make a guess, an educated guess. But right now, 5 minutes before he steps onto that podium, is it worth taking a trade based on something? I don't know. So it's okay to sit on our hands, have an idea for where we want the markets to go, and then if it does, we'll click the button from there. I'm not seeing much of a trade though.
Good sale on the options, guys. Made a couple of banana skins.
Nice.
Done and done with that.
What?
People in my room want me to tell you where the market is going. I have no clue.
Yeah, some people just want to be spoon-fed. Tell me where to buy. Tell me where to sell.
Ask me if the market's going up and down. That I know the answer.
Yes.
Answer is yes.
I'm selling God modes for TopStepX. You want to buy a God mode? trade for me.
Hey, David, you're a live account trader now. What's your
Yes,
thoughts
sir.
on live account benefits? Did you see
I
that?
love it.
Goodness.
Yeah, I love it. And I just saw the new
bonus
incentives
tiers
that you guys
the new
put out.
bonus
Yeah,
structure.
I'll never reach any of that. Beautiful thing. I love it.
I love the tier 1 to tier 2. It's basically make 5 to get 5. It's a 100%
that's
bonus from
spectacular.
15,000 to 20,000. Make $5,000, get $5,000. That's
Love it.
it's very
Love
attractive.
it. I've taken a few payouts. You guys know me.
That's
I
true.
make my whatever it is. One thing is for certain: there is never a problem getting paid with TopStep. Never.
Oh yeah, for sure.
On the button.
Coming back up to our low of the range from earlier today in the ES.
I have a short out
Set-
of it like 32. We spike up there.
32.
Yep.
Just above settlement price. Settlement price is
Oh.
56.25 in the orders. 56.25.75.
What do we got? 4 minutes? I'm not gonna have any orders out when this guy starts.
Coming up.
Yeah,
Just
I think
Log
that's
on.
a
Miss-
good policy.
That's
I'm
gambling.
canceling all just in case. Hitting those buttons a couple times. Three minutes.
Hey,
minutes.
any chance we could post up the link for our Top Step VIP? There's a few questions in chat. Post that link and it'll answer all your questions. If we could, please.
Sure will.
I said, please.
David, I just got wind that you are number 166 on the big board already after just 11 days in the live account.
Wow. Okay, I'll take it.
Look at you.
That's
Moving on
good.
up.
How many people are that?
In live accounts?
Yeah.
167. You're doing good. You're not last.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
Spectacular. I love it.
Someone wants to know what are the
There you go.
balances at
Thanks,
that
Robbie.
at that level. I won't say that, but I will say, in order to crack into the top 40, you will need a minimum $100,000 total take to crack into the top 40 on the big board.
I'll be honest with everybody. 95% of my time is spent with my traders. It's not something that I concentrate on all day long. It's about teaching people and helping people get their XFAs, live accounts. That's what I'm about.
Mhm.
Here we are back to the bottom of the range in the ES. It's enticing. You want to fade this fade the bottom of the range that held so well earlier today.
Oh, we got 2
I won't
minutes
do
to
it
walk.
though. Yeah, we got 2 minutes.
Order filled.
Who has open orders into Powell talking? Whose screen is showing? No one has open orders right now. Oh, someone has open orders.
Really? Keep us posted.
Order filled.
Open order going in here. I'd like to see what happens.
See if I can find those poll results from earlier. I don't think they were posted in the
Deutsche
chat.
Bank. Deutsche Bank says he sees the first Fed rate cut in December.
Wow. Trump said he's not lowering the
Substantially lower
145% tariff yet.
Mm-hmm.
Just throw some more fuel on the fire.
Why not?
As the VIP form is no longer pinned in the chat. It was up there for hours this morning. Hours. Has been taken down.
You missed it, but we got lots more. Having one inside a minute here.
Yep.
Let's see if he walks up to podium on time.
What color tie?
Oh, it's purple. It's purple. It's because they're non-political. That was his comment. Why do you keep wearing that purple tie there, dude? Because we are non-political. This is his answer.
All right, no orders anywhere.
No orders. Cancel all, delete all.
Let's have some fun.
We'll have more VIP forms coming out throughout the week, guys. Don't panic if you missed today. More to come. More to come.
Danny, keep us
Keep
posted on
watching.
those buys. Danny wants to buy.
Jay, you're watching the Dom for big orders.
Yep, looking out there.
Ooh.
Still that 500 lot in the S&P down at 5580s. Really not much on the Nasdaq. There is about a what is this, an 80 lot, 50 lot right at 19740.
Awesome. I like
Pretty
this.
thin out there.
Jay watching the
Yep.
orders
My
come
colleagues and I
through.
remain squarely focused
Eddie
on
watching
achieving our
the
dual
wire.
mandate goals of maximum employment and stable prices for the benefit of the American people.
I
won the dual
Despite
mandate.
heightened uncertainty, the economy is still in a solid position. The unemployment rate remains low, and the labor market is at or near maximum employment. Inflation has come down a great deal, but has been running somewhat above our 2% longer run objective. In support of our goals, today the Federal Open Market Committee decided to leave our policy interest rate unchanged. The risks of higher unemployment and higher inflation appear to have risen, and we believe that the current stance of monetary policy leaves us well positioned to respond in a timely way to potential economic developments. I will have more to say about monetary policy after briefly reviewing economic developments. Pardon me. Following growth of 2.5% last year, GDP was reported to have edged down in the first quarter, reflecting swings in net exports that were likely driven by
Order
businesses
filled.
bringing in imports ahead
Order
of potential
filled.
tariffs. This unusual swing complicated
Order
the GDP
filled.
measurement last quarter. Private domestic final purchases, or PDFP, which excludes net exports, inventory investment, and government spending, grew at a solid 3% rate in the
Order
first quarter,
filled.
the same as last year.
Order filled. Order
Within
filled.
PDFP, gross
Order
consumer
filled.
spending moderated, while investment in equipment and intangibles rebounded from weakness in the fourth quarter. Surveys of households and businesses, however, report a sharp decline in sentiment and elevated uncertainty about the economic outlook, largely reflecting trade policy concerns. It remains to be seen how these developments might affect future spending and investment. In the labor market, conditions have remained solid. Payroll job gains averaged 155,000 per month over the past 3 months. The unemployment rate at 4.2% remains low and has stayed in a narrow range for the past year. Wage growth has continued to moderate while still outpacing inflation. Overall, a wide set of indicators suggest that conditions in the labor market are broadly in balance and consistent with maximum employment. The labor market is not a source of significant inflationary pressures. Inflation has eased significantly from its highs in mid-2022, but remains somewhat elevated relative to our 2% longer run goal. Total PCE prices rose 2.3% over the 12 months ending in March. Excluding the volatile food and energy categories, core PCE prices rose 2.6%. Near-term measures of inflation expectations have moved up, as reflected in both market and survey-based measures. Survey respondents, including consumers, businesses, and professional forecasters, point to tariffs as the driving factor. Beyond the next year or so, however, most measures of longer-term expectations remain consistent with our 2% inflation goal. Our monetary policy actions are guided by our dual mandate to promote maximum
Order
employment and
filled.
stable prices for the American people. At today's meeting, the committee decided to maintain the target range for the federal funds rate at 4.25% to 4.5% and to continue reducing the size of the balance sheet. The new administration is in the process of implementing substantial policy changes in 4 distinct areas: trade, immigration, fiscal policy, and regulation. The tariff increases announced so far have been significantly larger than anticipated. All of these policies are still evolving, however, and their effects on the economy remain highly uncertain. As economic conditions evolve, we'll continue to determine the appropriate stance of monetary policy based on the incoming data, the outlook, and the balance of risks. If the large increases in tariffs that have been announced are sustained, they're likely to generate a rise in inflation, a slowdown in economic growth, and an increase in unemployment. The effects on inflation could be short-lived, reflecting a one-time shift in the price level. It is also possible that the inflationary effects could instead be
Order
persistent.
filled.
Avoiding that outcome will depend on the size of the tariff effects, on how long it takes for them to pass through fully into prices, and ultimately on keeping longer-term inflation expectations well anchored. Our obligation is to keep longer-term inflation expectations well anchored and to prevent a one-time increase in the price level from becoming an ongoing inflation problem. As we act to meet that obligation, we'll balance our maximum employment and price stability